Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Today devlog number 5. And yeah, it was again a tough week because I had to script. And when you try to script or when you try to learn new things, then you always end up somewhere where you hit the wall, you know. And yeah, it was again a situation where I was struggling a little. But yeah, I made it. In the end, I made it. That's the most important thing. It looks probably not nice again, but yeah, that's not my main concern, like I said the last time. I have here my list again, which you can see here. I will go through that list one by one. And yeah, let's start right now with the biggest thing which I was working on the last week. And that was the new cutscene. And yeah, getting this done alone, the animations like and the positions and making everything timed and so on, yeah, it took quite a while, a few days actually. And the final part of this cutscene was a laser effect of that mutant. And yeah, and this was the final part actually where I had to script, and that's why everything took pretty long. First of all, I want to show you that cutscene, and you see it here right now. I make it a little bit bigger. Yeah, and the mutant is here approaching her. I don't know if I should actually show also the scene view. Well, let's just watch the game view. The camera moves here by an animation, and the mutant game object is following slowly the camera. And yeah, now I switch to different adventure creator cameras, and yeah, there are some post-processing. There are a few post-processing effects on the cameras. On some you see it more, and some less. Yeah, and here he finally is at her place and yeah, mocks her a little. And his plan is actually to convince her to join the Void faction, you know. And he has a kind of spell. This is then the laser effect, which you will see here in a few seconds, and which makes him able to read someone's mind and to change also. Not really change, open locks in the mind. You know, you have certain barriers which you don't want to breach in a society. It's like you're drinking alcohol, you know? When you drink alcohol, then you get more easygoing and so on. And this is this kind of effect which he can do in someone's brain. And that's what he will do now, on her brain, of course. And now he introduces himself. And yeah. And now comes the final part where he uses this kind of laser effect on her. But it's actually not a laser, it's kind of nanobot particle something, you know. I still have no correct explanation for that, but I will take care of such things in a later stage of the game. And now he says he removes the chains inside her brain, you know, and yeah, this will have later certain effects on her and the game and the story. And yeah, that was the part so far. And it doesn't look much actually, but it was a lot of work. Easy part was definitely just to get everyone walking to the positions which they need to, a little bit of animations, face animations, which you saw in the beginning. And yeah, this was actually not so difficult, but the difficult parts are timing these things, because I don't use Unity timeline, so I have to time everything inside the action list of Adventure Creator. Probably need to be closer to the microphone. And yeah, that's what takes a bit time then to get these things in the right way. And yeah, then I had to script two things actually, or was it? Yeah, two things. I had to script two things. The first thing was quite easy actually. It was a script which activates the post-processing effect on an active camera, because I set it up like this. Every camera, this is a camera here, Adventure Creator camera, has a child object, an empty game object actually, which I call post-process, and with a box collider set on trigger and post-process volume. So inside the scene view it looks like this. Okay, it looks like a whole mess, you see. And if and then I had to script something which checks if this camera is active, then it activates this post-process child if the camera is active, and if it's not, the camera is not active, then it deactivates this child. Because you see here, everything would be otherwise a mess, you know. You walked in here through, and then suddenly a post-process effect runs on your camera, which doesn't fit to that camera, you know. So yeah, well, we can have a look at that script. It's quite easy actually. It's nothing big, but probably it's also not the best way to do that. I'm not sure, maybe I'm not the expert in this case, but probably a coroutine or something like that would maybe better, but this doesn't use so much resources anyway. Yeah, as you can see here, you address here, you check the current attached Adventure Creator camera, if it's attached to the main camera, and if it's equal to that current camera where the script is attached to. Yeah, something like that. You see the script. You know what I mean? It's already late, and yeah, forgive me any mistakes, logical mistakes. Well, but it works, the script, pretty easy. And yeah, another script was then getting this laser, kind of laser, it's not really laser, I still don't know how I name it, NPC mutant, and here we go. I use this asset called lasers of SineVFX or SineVFX, I don't know how to pronounce this, and yeah, it comes with several other scripts here, and I just looked into the scripts, and then I saw, okay, to activate it, yeah, you click the mouse button. So in my case, I don't want to use a mouse button for this, so I changed this a little and make it and let it be activated by a variable. So that's what I tried then to put all together into one script, because this asset comes here, as you can see, with several other children components and whatever. I see it's a lot of stuff here, and yeah, then I had to get this somehow into one controllable part. So I created this LaserIntegrationManager. Yeah, I still name it laser, but it's not really a laser, but it looks like a laser. And yeah, the script brings everything actually together, and yeah, is then yeah, manageable via variables of Adventure Creator. So I've here then created a method called channel cast, which starts then this whole effect. And I also wanted to make an effect like summon orb, where this laser orb, because firstly there's just a floating orb, and then this out of this orb comes a laser. And I wanted to have an effect like a kind of magic spell. Do you call it magic spell? Magic effect. Where you can just carry this orb in front of you in your hands, and that this orb flies then and then shoots laser out of it. But somehow I didn't get it to work right now, but I will eventually in the next days or weeks, and make it work. Not particularly for this mutant, but rather for another NPC, a very crucial NPC of the game, called, actually, like my game, Equilibria. And I don't want to talk too much about this new NPC right now. You will see it probably next week. This is the script, and getting the script done was actually quite a work. I recorded a video about it, how I started to script this out. I don't know if it's actually that interesting. We have a look here. Here on my desktop, it's all a mess. I created a lot of little clips for social media. So where is now my script? No, my video where I recorded for that. Well, I tried to find that a record of that process where I'm scripting this script. I couldn't find it, at least not from the beginning, and it makes for me no sense to show you that. Well, let's talk a bit about the struggles which I had with the script. By default, the script is set to get triggered by a mouse button. So if you hold the mouse button, then it continues to shoot this light stream. And if you just hit one time the mouse button, then there's just one explosion effect and short time where this light stream comes out, And so to get this work with variables, I had to write it a bit more complicated. So I had to use something like this variable here. Has been cast, because this statement gets triggered, should be triggered only one time, or until this has been cast is set to false again. And because it should work like a mouse click, and so it works, it works, but somehow this is something which I still don't understand, is that where do I have it here? I hope I have not deleted it. Let's check this energy lasers. This is the default script, and you see here input.get mouse button down. This means actually that if you hold the left mouse button, so if you hold the left mouse button, then start this cast here, right? So holding the mouse button, and if get mouse button means that you just one time click it, right? What I don't understand is that I had to write it like this to get, here channel spell is true equals true, so it's this represents here actually the mouse button, and that I had to use another variable, that it has been cast. Because actually, in my understanding, when you hold the mouse button and it's all the time true, and as long as it's true, as long as the stream should go. But somehow it didn't work like that. I don't know why. So I had to use this variable here, has been casted. To, yeah, what should it do actually? It actually, in my opinion, it should prevent that this effect, or these particles here, get, yeah, instantiated all the time in the update loop. But somehow it didn't do that. I even have right now difficulties to get this, yeah, all in a way together to explain this to you, because I still have not understood it. I was really struggling with this. I was playing here around and didn't get this working like it should. So, or I got it working like it should, but I didn't understand what I did actually there, or I didn't understand much about it. Because when you look then here, I use this again. It's a total mess here, and this is also the reason why the summon op doesn't work right now. But yeah, the laser works for this cutscene, and that was, yeah, my most important part. Or my, yeah, this was my focus to get this cutscene work, and the rest of it, yeah, will be my struggle for the next days, or as soon as I have to encounter it again. For right now, I let it be like this. It looks a mess. It is a mess because I don't understand it fully, and yeah, there are sometimes moments where even the easiest part becomes super difficult, and this is one of these days for me in my case here. Yeah. Then, yeah, I had also another problem again with this script. This was not all. Yeah, I was then finally getting it working somehow like it should work, like that the laser goes on in one stream and doesn't go instantiated all the time in this applet loop, because then it, yeah, creates then a massive frame drop, because you see then all the time this new here, all these new game objects, yeah, spawning here, and then, yeah, it kills your frames then. So in the end I got this fixed and it worked. But then I was playing around with this audio, which gets then also in the same time here instantiated in the update loop. And yeah, I thought I did a mistake, so I actually was getting it right after I tried to implement it into my idea. But as I didn't hear the sound, you know, when you hold the mouse left if you hold the left mouse button as for example, then you hear this laser sound, this ongoing loop. And but in my case I didn't hear it, so I thought I wrote something wrong in the script, but I didn't. It was actually another problem, which, where is it? Here, the audio source, because it was set to, it's still set to spatial blend, but here the min distance was set to 1, so I couldn't hear anything because the camera listener was too far away from that object, so it didn't hear anything. So I couldn't hear anything, and so I thought I made something wrong in that script. So yeah, I made a running script to a not running script in the end, just because it didn't work. And then after a few hours, then I played around here with this this audio source, and then suddenly it was working. And I was thinking, gosh, I wasted so much time. But yeah, that's the way how you learn, right? And how you progress with your skills. And yeah, take sometimes blood and sweat. Or how do you say that in English? Making your hands dirty or something like... Yeah, I don't know. You know what I mean. This was the scripting part, yeah. And then I was taking a break a little of this whole Unity thing and whole scripting part. And I was checking my emails and I was checking my artists, actually. I was... how they progress and so on, and yeah, some made some really hot designs, and yeah, looks good. I really want to show them, but I can't. Okay, I had to cut this part out. I thought maybe I show you a little bit of these artworks which I was checking and so on, but I think I don't want to risk anything here on YouTube, and I have all these other social media channels like Reddit and Twitter. Just check that. Then you see some of the artworks. They are in the description down below. And yeah, working with artists is, yeah, sometimes a bit difficult. Some telling you that they not the artists which I'm working right now, but I was contacting actually, yeah, quite a lot of artists, and some say then something like, yeah, I contact you again after 2, 4, 5, 6 days, and yeah, blah blah blah, then we continue this talking. They don't do that. And I don't like that, you know. I'm a person, when you tell me that you will do that in 2, 3, 4, 5 days, then I'm counting on you that you will do that. I don't know if this is yeah, probably it's a cultural thing, because I'm culturally and half German. I think that's the reason why I'm like this, that I can't accept this. If someone says, yeah, in 2 days at 12 o'clock I will contact you, then I will sit there at 11:50 in 2 days. At 11:50 I will wait then there for his email or whatever he tries to contact me, and wait there. And if he doesn't appear at 12 o'clock, exactly at 12 o'clock, then yeah, then the German beast in me wakes up. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so I have sometimes some problems, not with the artists which I work right now. They are decent, they're great. Some are so great I really don't have to do anything. I just tell them do this. I don't need to explain much, you know. They just make it and it fits exactly like I want it. And yeah, that's great. Yeah, and after doing this artist stuff and figuring out the main menu, how I will design that and how I will integrate that, yeah, then I continued actually with the Unity part here again. And so I was implementing a dialog then for the first NSFW scene, because right now there's nothing like that implemented, although I name it an adult game, there's still no adult content, because it's not the main part of the game anyway. It's kind of side story, and it's not sex game, you know. It's an RPG, action RPG, point and click adventure hybrid. That's the main thing, with a story and so on, you know. And beside that is this adult part. So it's something like, yeah, Mass Effect, or what else? Some BioWare titles, you know. It's actually Mass Effect from BioWare, I think. Yeah, something like that, you know, where you can romance your followers. Not your followers on Twitter, but I mean in UK. Yeah, and that's the way how I design that. It's not really an adult game, although there are adult parts in it, so it will be for an adult audience, not for children, not for teenagers. You need to be at least 18. And yeah, I don't care. I don't care if I refuse a majority of potential buyers by this. I'm not there for the money. It's just for my personal satisfaction to achieve something which I was dreaming already a long time. I do this game mainly for myself, and I always wanted to see a game where this kind of mix is there, you know, which targets an adult audience, you know, and which is a bit like Mass Effect, but more for the mature audience, not for teenagers. Yeah. And let's continue with the next thing. Because I think otherwise it becomes too philosophical here about different selling approaches, blah blah blah, whatever. Let's continue. I spared this up for another devlog. I was adding then sprites, of course, because when I make new quests or new puzzles, then I need the new mix of new and nude. I need the new inventory items, so I created them some new sprites, and I right here explain the workflow. So how do I do that? If I create a sprite from 3D object, and I make it usually like this. I try this approach first. For example, I have here these 3 branches here. Then I go into this prefab view, and then you see it like this. Then I make a screenshot of this, and then the usual way would be that I open it in Photoshop and cut out the background. But this already takes sometimes too much time, so I just use AI solutions on the web. So let's check this out. Remove background AI. Can't remember the page which I used here, but I think No, no, it was AI. Here, removal AI. So I make a screenshot of that, I drop the file here, and then it removes for me the background. So even quite complex stuff gets then cut out very clean and perfectly for my needs. Then I just adjust the pixel count, the size of the object to 512 to 512, and drop it into my game, and then then it looks like this. If I made, for example, here, I made here from these tree branches a sprite. Yeah, sometimes, as you can see here, all these folders and so on, I sometimes lose the whole overview of the things and the namings and so on. I still have not found here, a kind of structure, you know. So if you work alone, it's fine. But if I would work in a team, then I would have to find right from start a solution for that. Right now, I'm working alone, so no problem for me. But for showing you sometimes something, it takes then a few seconds more until I can find it. So you see here, then it looks like this, and in the game it looks also like this, then just here on the top and in inventory. That's using such AI solutions on the web. It's for free. That's good. It's the fastest way right now, and time is precious. I had to cut this part out again because this was the part which YouTube doesn't want, which they don't want on YouTube, you know. So this is a license. I was using FreePic. There are several resources on the web which you can use for free sprites and so on and so on. I think I will do for that a separate video where I explain where you can get all your stuff for your game for free or for a few bucks. And I think I will. I think it's a good idea for another video. What else do we have here? Chat. Here. Continued my work on puzzles and story progress. Yeah, actually, this is what I told you already, and it seems I'm finished with this devlog today. Well, as you can see, this devlog became longer than I expected, because actually it didn't feel like it was much, but it was in case of progress, because of that cutscene and script. But this part, took a lot of time, so for myself it felt like a lot, but for this devlog it's probably pretty less compared to the first two devlogs. Well, that's it for now. See you next time.